I want to give you guys, we're getting to the end of the year here. I'm going to give you guys 5 songs that came out in the last year or in the last 18 months. Maybe one of them, like we're just at the tail end of last year. But regardless, I want to give you guys 5 songs that came in the last year that I play on the regular, that work every single time. So I wanted to do this. These are proven songs. I think you should definitely add these to your crates. I know, like, especially if you do weddings and stuff, it's tougher to play newer music because you're dealing with a very mixed crowd and, like, you know, they're not always super dialed in. These are tried and true songs that you can add to your crates, freshen up your sets. They're a little obvious, but still, like, you know, I want to make sure we as wedding DJs, you got to evolve. You got to keep playing, at least play some of the new stuff. Trust me. All right. So I'm going to throw this out there for you guys, help you out. Let me know if they work in your market, but like I've literally used each of these almost every wedding for the last like 6 months, and they've hit every time. So like I can confidently tell you guys this. No bullshit. The first is I'm Good, David Guetta, and is it Bebe? I don't even know how to say her name. So it's off that I'm Blue, I'm a diva. It's hard. It's a hard drop. I always I'll mix it in and then I drop it on the you know what I mean? Like I literally drop it at that part. And it always gets a reaction, always gets a woo, you know, get a new woo from it every time. Highly recommend dropping that. 128 EDM type track. Add it to your list, 100%. Cuff It by Beyonce. I meant to put Cuff It underneath it. It's a song called Cuff It. It actually mixes perfectly with my next song, and I usually play those in combination. It's like it's a No Man's Land BPM song. It's like in the 115 range, right? Like 115ish, like No Man's Land, as they call it. A lot of us, if you look at like all the songs you play, chances are like, you know, the least amount of songs, the genre or the BPM you play least is usually in between the 110, 120, like right in that range, unless you're like really into Kaytranada. But so Cuff It, and then what goes with that is About Damn Time as well. And I have a wordplay I do with it. It's like literally the same kind of vibe. It's almost like Cuff It was like written after this to kind of like compete with it for some reason, I guess. I don't know, but it works every time. It's a perfect way to bridge my sets when I'm going from like hip hop, like the 100s, getting into 105s ish. I use that. This is one of the mixes I use to bridge it to get into like the 120s and go up like higher. So highly recommend it. Next is just fucking kidding. Next is Super Freaky Girl. Hit. The moms and the aunties will dance to this. Everybody dances to this. It's a damn hit. Okay, damn hit. Throw it in the sets. Clean, obviously. All right, because it's it's a little raunchy, but the clean version is not that bad. It's not as bad as Wet and Gushy. Okay, and it's a hit. I'm telling you, all the females love it. It's right in my female folder. And the older people seem to vibe to it too. So I've been playing this every wedding. And then the last but not least, probably the most obvious of them all, but not necessarily the wedding DJs, okay? Because it's crazy. I'll explain that now. Is Bad Bunny, right? Titi me pregunto. Did I say it right? Titi me pregunto. Titi me pregunto. Titi me pregunto. There's other hits on this too. But like generally speaking, the TT song is the shit. It works with all white people. I'll play it at an all white wedding. It'll still work. It's a little tricky. Remember, it goes from like 103 to 111 to 103. So I usually mix it in at 103. It brings me to 111, and then I mix out at 111. It's another way to kind of bridge to go up, higher in BPM. But it's a hit. Rocks every time. If you're a club DJ watching this, you're probably like, dude, it's the most obvious shit ever. Trust me. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there because I'm sure there's a lot of wedding DJs that sleep on this song and don't play it. And I want to make sure you don't. Trust me. It will go off every single time. It's funny. There's t-shirts about it. There's literally like, it's like a whole meme about like, can you play Bad Bunny? Can you play Bad Bunny? Can you play Bad Bunny? Yada, yada, yada. It's like the number one request every DJ gets the last 2 years, except for wedding DJs. Like, I mean, at least me. I've only gotten like 2 Bad Bunny requests in my life, and like both were at like 2 at weddings. That is, I mean, when I'm at a club, I always get, but like literally two. Nobody requests Bad Bunny at a wedding because like it's different. It's a wedding, you know what I mean? Like it's not like even if they want to hear Bad Bunny, a lot of times, especially I'm talking about like super white weddings, a lot of times, even if they want to hear Bad Bunny, they're going to feel weird about requesting it because like they think like it's probably not going to work for everybody, but it fucking will, So like, I think like Bad Bunny is one of those things that a lot of us wedding DJs can sleep on because we're not really getting the request for it. And, maybe we're not doing as many clubs or any clubs at all or not going out. So you don't really see like how much effect like this album has had on like the world. So I just want to remind you, Put this in your crates. Try it this weekend. Trust me, okay? Have a game plan. Figure out how you want to mix in, how you want to mix out, all right? Don't just play it raw dog and not know where you're going, okay? And also keep in mind it goes from 103 to 111, so you got to you know what I mean? You got to set the BPM here, that 103 to mix it or 111 to mix out. So it's a little tricky in that aspect. Beyond that, though, try it out. You will see. You will thank me later, people.